5:32 here in the second quarter. Your score, 28 for the Comets, 0 for the Wildcats. You're tuned in to the CRN Sports Network.
Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HIQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or crashing like the old energy drinks. You can visit our website at www.liquidhiq.com or Twitter at HiQ2015 to learn more about this amazing energy drink. What is your level?
Live your life and just let go. If you try, then you will know.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to the CRN Sports Network here in the second quarter in Benson, North Carolina for Friday night under the lights on the CRN Sports Network. Trace Nine and Wesley Outland on the call this evening. Noah Williams puts a good leg into the kick for the Comets, and the Wildcats do take control right at the 23-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10. They're going to get into the huddle. Lately, we've been seeing them coming directly into the line of scrimmage, but this time they take their time, they get into the huddle, and finally break it. So Lasser will be in the shotgun position. We have 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 in the backfield. He hands it off.
Such a struggle for West Johnston. There's a nice effort coming, trying to get an extra couple of yards off the Comets defense just a moment ago by the Wildcats. Number 36, the man that had the rock, trying to make a couple of extra yards, Mr. Antoine Sneed, the running back, and that showed the sophomore's talent because you could have went down another 5 yards, and he got another 5 yards on that pickup.
You're exactly right. So 4:53, the clock continuing to run here in the second quarter here in Benson, North Carolina. We thank you for being a part of our broadcast this evening. Lassiter hands it off to the running back for Wildcats, and he gets it to about 3 yards to go. Be third down and 3 to go for the Wildcats.
Clock ticks away. Coming up, we'll get interviews, or I'll be going down on the field getting interviews with the coaches. The coach for the Clayton Comets, Mr. Hunter Jinks, and, of course, for the West Johnston Wildcats, Rob Hennessy. Rob Hennessy is a former high school state football champion coach.
Very nice. Very nice. So third down and looks like 2 to go for the Wildcats. Last will be under center. Correction, under in the shotgun position, hands it off to Sam Gill, straight up the middle of the field, and it looks like they stopped him, Wesley. So with only 2 yards to go, the Comets made a terrific stop on third down. No, I'm sorry. They're going to give him...
No, it's first down.
They're going to give him the first down on the forward motion. So the Wildcats will have a first down on the 35-yard line. 4:04 here in the second quarter. Once again, your score, 28 for the Comets and 0 for the Wildcats.
They're going to get the ball back. So West Johnston continuing momentum up the field now. Going to come off of their 35-yard line now. Here we go.
And Lasser looks to throw, and he has his man, number 14. They're going to give it to him,
He
and they
caught
do.
it, but was he in bounds? That's the question. I think they're going to say he's in bounds, and it is a
Applequest.
first down. Wow.
Number 14, Drew Applequest, with a long reception from Lassiter. That is a 25-yard reception for the first down Wildcats. 3:43. The clock will stop right after going out of bounds, but first down and 10.
You know, Trey, you're down 28-0. You need something like this offensively for West Johnston to try to put yourself some life back in the ball game, get these fans hyped back up again for senior night. That was a good move that he just made there just a second ago. Great catch.
The backup running back, Peyton Long, will come to the sideline. Number 44, come into the ball game. He motions out to the left-hand side. And they're going to line up with 0 to the right. There's going to be 2 to the left and 1 in the backfield. That's Gill. And we have a man motion. And they give it to him. That's number 82. Rushes to the right-hand side, goes to the left, goes to the right, but is a 0 yards. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10 to go for the Wildcats.
Well, we've got tonight's Thursday night matchup for you, which is supposed to be in Friday Night Lights. But next Friday Night Lights will be back at Nixon Fowler Stadium, the home of the Clayton Comets, as we have coverage for you next Saturday, as, of course, the Clayton Comets take on East Wake. That will be, is it a Thursday game?
Thursday game,
it's
November 8th.
It's going to be a Thursday game.
November 8th, which is on the schedule right now. But that can always change. We see last
And we got a flag on the play now.
Last second, it always changes. But we do have it as an offsides against the Wildcats.
But next Thursday night, 8 p.m., we've got you, or 7 p.m. actually, we've got you covered on the Community Radio Network. CRN Sports, at CRN Sports on Twitter and Instagram. We got a penalty on the play, Trace Knott.
So it'll be offside against the Wildcats. There'll be a 5-yard loss, or a 5-yard penalty, should I say, for the Wildcats. So it's going to be 2nd down and 15 to go for the Wildcats. 2:57, 28 for the Comets, and 0 for the Wildcats. Last year, motions man, got a number 23 motions. Hands straight up the middle of the field. That's Gill, but he has met. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different comments. 4 different comments that will bring him down.
Great defensive stop there for the Comets.
And it looks like they're going to get him right back to the line of scrimmage. It could have been another 3 to 4 yard loss, but
you think the ref took pity on him because the motion stopped and it was just more of just the whistles blowing and they were still pushing each other back there?
Quite possibly, but it gets back to the line of scrimmage or to the penalty line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 15 to go for the Wildcats right now. But they are driving the field. They're now at the 50-yard line. Lassiter is going to be in the shotgun position, number 3. Gill's in the backfield. We have 2 to the left, 0 to the right, and 1 tight end. And number 23 motions. He hands it off to Gill straight. Correction, he keeps it. I apologize. Number 3, Lassiter looks to throw. And it is caught, but a huge tackle. Wow. A huge tackle by number 2.
What a stop there.
J.R. Walker, defensive back for the Comets, just lit him up. But it is a 4th down reception by number 35. But it gets be 4th down and 5 on a terrific, that was a 10-yard catch by number 35. Of the Wildcats, Chase Barham.
Yeah, good job there, number 35. Chase Barham, the tight end, middle linebacker, senior, 6'2", 205 pounds, with a good stop.
4th down and 5, the Wildcats are going to go for it. 1:21 here in the remains in the first half. 28 for the Comets and 0 for the Wildcats. We have a timeout.
Like they're taking a timeout here. Let's take a 20-second timeout as well. It is 28-0, 1:17 in the first half. This is Comet Football on the CRN Sports Network.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
It's now time for Friday Under the Lights on the CRN Sports Network. Now let's head down to the field for live action of the Clayton Comets.
Welcome back to the CRN Sports Network as the clock will continue to run. Well, there's a timeout on the field.
Yeah, we're still on a timeout here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock is starting to roll down. It's like, wait, they never stopped the clock.
I was 1:19 remaining, but that's the timeout clock that's ticking. So, hey, it's like we're at a college game now or something, you know? I'm used to hearing that horn go off to let you know that your timeouts are up. Hey, speaking of football, and we're doing football, we've got the state playoffs for you when the Comets make their request for a state title, and we've got basketball for you beginning on November the 20th. November 20th, Clayton and West Garner. We've got you covered for varsity girls and varsity boys. Marlon Lee and Coach Medlin's quest for a state championship on the CRN Sports Network, and we're ready to go with resumption of play.
Last looks to throw, and he has his man, but it is almost picked off by the Clayton defender, but intended for number 28 that is Jeffro McAllister, number 28, receiver for, and we have a flag on the field. It is going to be against the Wildcats. So it's going to be a turnover on down. They decline the penalty. Be a turnover on down. The Comets will take control. 1:10 remaining here in the first half of play, right here on the CRN Sports Network.
Well, we're getting ready now here. Just under a minute remaining. We've got your fine folks of Osborne Company. The Osborne Company halftime show will be coming up. And, Trey, I'm going to let you call the end of the first half, and I'm going to head down there and see if we can get some coach interviews here as we get ready for halftime.
1:10 left here in the first half. And Noah Anderson will look to throw. He does. He gets it out to a good spin move. That was a 360 move. He continues to move his feet. Somehow he remains on his feet and gets down to the 36-yard line. It is a first down for the Comets. They're going to move the sticks. So the clock will stop at 59.3 seconds. Okay. So in 59.3 seconds left here in the first half, your score 28 for the Comets and 0 for the Wildcats. First and 10, the ball is at the 5-yard line. And Ryan Anderson looks to throw. Correction, he gives it off to number 3, Hardy. And straight up the left-hand side, he has a hole. And a good block by Marr, number 4, down to the 5. That is a touchdown, Comets. Evan Hardy, number 3, all the way from the 45-yard line. That is a 45-yard rush from Hardy and this Clayton Comets offense. So 49.6 degrees. 49. It might be that right now. I have to check the temperature. But Hardy will rush it to the left-hand side for a 45-yard gain with 49.6 seconds. Anderson puts it up, and it is good. That's number 65, Noah Wilson, will be the extra point kicker, and it is good. So with 49.6 seconds left here in the second half. Question, the first half, I apologize. 35 for the Comets, 0 for the Wildcats. .6 seconds left, 35 for the Clayton Comets, and 0 for the Wildcats. Once again, it has been a good offensive showing and defensive showing for the Clayton Comets as they bide for a championship run here in Clayton, North Carolina, hopefully for a home match here in the playoffs as they sit third in the conference right now next to South Johnston, and Cleveland mans it at number 1. And Noah Williamson will be the kicker for the Comets. Ball is at the 40-yard line. And he gets it off as a short, long kick. And it is bobbled by the Wildcats, but he picks it up. Tries to break it out to the left, tries to break it into the right, and tries to get back into the center or into the middle, but he is brought down eventually by 4 different Comets. So the Wildcats will take control with only 41.9 seconds left here in the second quarter. They're going to look to move the ball down the field really for the first time all game long here in the first half here in Benson, North Carolina, as the rain has subsided so far. Trace 9 and Wesley Allen. Wesley Allen is on the field as we will go down there for our halftime update. Brought to us by Osborne Company out of Greensboro, North Carolina. We thank you for being a great sponsor here at the CRN Sports Network. And the Wildcats look to run it with Gill, but it is met at the line of scrimmage. It looks like they might give him back to the line of scrimmage, maybe for the forward motion. But the clock will continue to run. 28 seconds left here in the first half, as it looks like they're going to take their time, as they're going to look for the clock to run out here in the first half. But number 88 will come into the ball game. That is Kyrie Maddox, the wide receiver senior, 176-1, and they're going to break the huddle with 8 seconds left. Do they have enough time to get it off? Lassiter will look to clap his hands. They do. 2 seconds left. They just give it up straight up the middle of the field, Gill, and that is going to be it. That was a 4-yard gain. That's going to be it for this first half here in Benson, North Carolina, with your halftime score, 35 for the Comets, the Clayton Comets, and 0 for the West Johnston Wildcats. We're going to take a little smaller break for halftime score. Once again, our halftime is brought to you by Osborne Company out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
When you are looking for a company to help build your next project, what do you look for? Price? Honesty? How about our general contractor with integrity? If this sounds like you, it's time to call my friends over at Osborne Company Incorporated. No matter what project
Trey.
Osborne Company
Hey, Trey, we're down here on the field with Robert Sinesy right now.
Satisfied customers. Every detail
Hang on a second. I think he's on commercial break.
Major projects over the years and the quality of the work given to us by Osborne, far superiors and other companies. Sound like a company you want to deal with? Head over to osbornecompany.com to see what they can do for you today. Or give them a call and talk to the friendly staff at 336-623-2111.
Are you ready, Trey?
Osborne Company. Integrity, excellence, and value.
Greater Cleveland Football Association and our platinum sponsor,
Trey, we're down here on the field with Robert Sesame. Robert, the man for the West Johnston Wildcats. First half of play kind of dismal, 35-0 right now, but I've seen some good things.